stop guessing now. And with New Balance.
Exciting race in Tier 2 here.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to need a third with Vicky in the Mercedes. Vicky in the Mercedes at 176 points and just leads PSI Legends by 30 points. PSI Legends in the Red Bull on 142 points. So yeah, going to be very close battle. Hopefully, the tie battles are clean, competitive. But yeah, it's going to be a very close battle. Yeah, can't wait to see. I'm sorry, Vicky, but I'm hoping that you retire. We don't get points because we actually do want to go to the last round. But yeah, I don't think it'll happen. But yeah, it should still be a good race for this Tier 2 champ.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully it can be competitive. I want to see some close racing today, and I want to see some competitive racing as well. Hopefully we've seen PSI Legends obviously out in the lead for quite a few races, obviously showing us the pace he has had so far in business since he's joined us. But hopefully today we've seen obviously Gohan, we've seen Vicky, we've seen PSI Legends, we've seen Just Jordan with their pace that they have. So let's see today if they can sort of bunch a little bit, and let's see some battles, shall we go, guys?
Yeah, I can't wait to see some battles, hopefully. Yeah, so it should be some good racing between all these guys, especially the four guys you mentioned, Vicky, PSI, Bosta, and Just Jordan. So hopefully it's a bit closer than the previous weeks, and hopefully PSI Legends, doesn't run away with it. Although, yeah, so it should be some good battles here in Brazil. Yeah, no, can't wait for it.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully it's some good battle, but Brazil is a track. We've seen obviously before in ARG. We've seen it in real life. It can be a difficult track at times, very short. Take us through a lap around Brazil, if you can, guys, and tell us what we can expect coming turn by turn in Brazil. This tricky track that we're coming here for Tier 2 today.
So before I do that, I'll just give you some facts on the circuit. So circuit, the Brazil Interlagos circuit, 4.309 kilometres for a lap around Interlagos, 71 laps for the full race, and the 50% race will be 36 laps. So the race distance will be 152.99 kilometres. And the most wins here is Alain Prost with 6 wins. Been held here 48 times, and it was first held in 1972. So going along through the track, we have turn 1 to medium speed, the centre S chicane, a heavy braking zone, and also a very popular overtaking zone. So you're going to be in second gear there. Then we have turn 3, the high speed corner. We're going to be flat out the throttle in 7th gear, leading onto the straight and then into the second DRS. So make sure you activate DRS early and on time so you can get that full DRS advantage, speed advantage. Turn 4 in a medium speed, almost 90-degree corner, very similar to Russia's corners. So it's a heavy braking zone and you're going to be in the 4th gear there. Turn 5, another high-speed corner, you're going to be flat out the throttle, it's a left-hander. Turn 6, a medium-speed corner, minimal braking, 6th gear. Turn 7, another medium-speed corner, another medium braking zone, 5th gear. Turn 8, slow speed corner, heavy braking zone, 3rd gear. Turn 9, the slow speed 180-degree left-handed hairpin, heavy braking zone, going in 2nd and 3rd gear there. Then we have turn 10, the slow speed right-handed hairpin, another heavy braking zone, 2nd gear. Turn 11, another high speed corner, you're going to be flat out on the throttle and most likely in 6th gear. Turn 12, medium speed, almost 90-degree corner, very similar to turn 4, so heavy braking zone. Make sure you get a good exit for the start of your qualifying lap. Turns 13 and 14, also high speed corners, going to be flat out on the throttle in about 7th to 8th gear, which leads up to the first DRS zone. So make sure you activate that DRS on time to get that full speed advantage that the DRS zone does give you. Then we have turn 15, the last turn, it's another high speed corner. Stick to the right side of the track to get as much speed as possible to start the qualifying lap. When you're actually finishing the qualifying lap, you want to use as much of the left side as track to maximise your time, but be careful to not exceed the track limits and invalidate your lap.
It's a track that can test a lot of things, but also it's very slow. It can be very slow at times. Do you think it's a tricky track to drive on? Personally, not the best driver. I do find it tricky to drive on this track. Do you think it's a tricky track to drive on?
It can be pretty tricky, especially turns 1 and 2. You can definitely invalidate your lap rider. In turns 1 and 2, it's very tricky to get right, especially on controller. A bit easier on wheel. But yeah, most of it, especially sector 1 and 3, they're really power heavy sectors. So yeah, you're not as technical really. Yeah, sector 2 is also probably the sector where you're really going to lose the most time, as it's the most technical. It's got the slowest speed corners and it's the slowest part of the track. So yeah, definitely can be difficult to get all the braking zones right, all the braking points right. Making sure you're getting clean exits out of all the corners, and especially turn 12. You got that long as straight section. I guess you call it. That's not even straight. It's just flat out with throttle. So it definitely can be tricky to get your lap right, but I think once you get it right, it's a very enjoyable track.
Yeah, it is actually. It can be enjoyable at times. It's that 4.3 kilometers circuit. It's that sort of average in today's Formula One. Most tracks are around that sort of area. 71 laps, so in a real so that's half whatever maths studies can't do maths. I say this every week. I don't know if it's just me when I drive. I personally see it. The only thing I think these drivers will find hard is to keep it consistent, won't they?
Yeah, definitely going to find it hard to keep it consistent. This track is a bit demanding. Like I said before, sector 2, very hard to get all the braking points right. But it's very demanding for all of these drivers. But I think they're going to be able to manage it, and can't wait to see what awaits us for round 17 action in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly. It's I keep saying it, so it's just there's parts of this track that are going to test your different abilities in different parts of the track. It's the sector 1, like I say, I said it in Belgium this morning. You have to get sector 1 right to follow on in sector 2 and 3, because that's the part of the tracks where you're gonna get the time on your competitors' gauge, because that's the part of the track where other people will struggle on, won't they?
Yeah, definitely going to be struggling. Just before I say that, we've got a few comments.
I think I know what you're going to say about LD465.
Just before that, PSI Legends, the contender for the championship, believes Vicky's actually going to take the championship today. So maybe PSI Legends not that confident at Brazil. Maybe one of his weaker tracks. So see what he can do. And also, like you said, LD465 was saying he's going to get about 40 seconds of penalties for tonight. But we don't want to say that from him.
We definitely don't. Actually, no, actually we will. We do want to see it. We do want to see it. Yeah. But, it can be a tough track at times, but again, you did say it before, it can be enjoyable, can't it?
Yeah, it definitely can be enjoyable, but also, a very tough track, I think. Like I said, again, sector 2, very technical. But for me personally, I enjoy racing it. I think it's one of the most iconic tracks and one of the most enjoyable tracks to drive. So hopefully all our drivers can enjoy themselves tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We're just having a few hiccups with the lobby, so we'll go to a quick break and we'll be back shortly here for ARG Racing Tier 2 here, shortly here on ARG Racing Network. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly.
Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then.
Want to do that?
tell us what these guys are in for tonight in terms of the standings.
Yeah, it's a very tight battle. For that. Also, just in P4 now can drop off around 114 points. Unfortunately, he can't win the championship there, is he? Very good, consistent season, putting in some high performances, especially in the last, say, 3 races. Yeah, he's been very good throughout the season, and can't wait to see what he's going to have to do tonight here in Brazil. Then we have Vasdal in P5. I haven't seen him for he's also in the same, he's in Vicky's teammate. So he's on 111 points. So I haven't seen Vasdal for a while, so I'm sure if he was racing right now, and especially racing the past 2 weeks, he could have actually contended for the championship here. So he's not yet. Looks like Vicky might actually clinch it this round. So next we have Adam in the house on 64 points, Anto in the P on 58, Super Steve in the Renault on 43, RB 44 in the McLaren on 40, Scooby Steve the Alfa Romeo on 34, RR3 Chapman, McLaren on 30 points, Leclerc to 90 in the Alfa on 27, Crazy Mouse Monster in the other racing point on 23 points, Ace Leasing in the Alfa on 20, Cole Guinea on a Renault on 18, and to 2A Carson in the Red Bull on 12. Joey D. Fishing in the Ferrari on 12 points, Ray Train on 6 points in the house, Al Colden in the Williams on 2 points, Jay Kelly in the Ferrari on 1 point. Now, just going through the constructors' standings as well, so down Mercedes on 87 points in P1. Now, far behind them is the Racing Point on 238. So the Racing Points are going to look for a strong finish here tonight if they do want to contend for that constructors' championship in the last round. So they really want to put in a good performance to actually have a chance to the constructors' championship. There are the Red Bulls on 204 points. Yeah, they're kind of, I guess, out of the constructors' championship. They can't really win it, but yeah, they can still get probably P3, maybe in P2. So we'll see what they can do in these last 2 races. Then we have the Williams team on 191 points, AlphaTauri in 5th place, 172, Renault in 6th place on 146, Haas on 140.7, McLaren in 8th place on 120, Charlie in 9th on 103, and finally the Alfa Romeos in 10th on 86 points. So yeah, should be a great night of racing. Can't wait to see who manages to come out with the points, the pens, and also who manages to win this race. Is it going to be Vicky? Is it going to be Chris Origins? Maybe Bosco, maybe Josh Jordan, maybe even someone else. Could be the first time winner here at ARG. So can't wait to see who actually manages to win this race tonight.
There will be some drivers joining us later in qualifying, so it's going to be an interesting qualifying session here. I think there's only going to be 18 drivers here in qualifying, maybe 19. But at TS Space is not going to disappoint. We're going to see a championship battle. But for now, it's definitely time to see these guys out on track, and it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sao Paulo here for ARG Racing Tier 2 action here, brought to you by ARG Racing Network Tier 2 action. It's going to be a great race with a potential championship battle and a championship win on our hands from Vicky, who is currently P1 in the standings and has been for a very long time here in Tier 2 action here. A track that doesn't disappoint. 4.3 kilometers of circuit, 15 turns, 2 DRS zones, and a very tricky track to drive. At some parts of the track are very slow to get through, and it's going to be a great race that isn't going to disappoint with these 35 laps, I believe it is, coming up. From these tier 2 guys who aren't going to disappoint in this qualifying session. And like I said to you guys, there is a few drivers that might be joining us just a little bit later, but we always do it. You never get it right, but can we have your pole prediction?
Never get it right. Did I get it right?
No. We don't talk about that.
Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to go with Bosco running Williams. I don't know. I feel like he can show us his pace tonight. Hopefully, you're going to get a cheeky pole in Brazil.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we can see some different drivers. I'm just going to have to quickly invite someone from the friends list because there is someone we're struggling to get in at the moment. So bear with us for a second. We raced with these guys last time out when they were here for Tier 2. And hopefully this race can be very similar to what we've seen so far from Tier 2. It's been very competitive.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Engineer quiet.
Understood. Copy that.
It's been a competitive session so far. We've seen some different race winners. We've seen some good driving from these guys this season. We've seen some different drivers. It's been definitely something that has, like we were speaking about this season, something that has changed a lot is people actually in their seats. There have been a lot of different drivers in different seats at different times of the season, and a fair few reserve drivers who have been able to drive the
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Obviously, we just season 3 is it's very different. It's going to be very different to what we've seen so far in this Tier 2. I mean, we know and understand that the times and stuff aren't going to suit everyone. But hopefully, the guys that can join us, hopefully it can be competitive. Yeah, definitely. We haven't seen that much this year. There has been a fair few of the same race winners, if I say that. Well, we've seen a few drivers that have got their first few wins. We saw Bosco with his first race win. We saw SJ the One a while ago in his first win when we saw that crash down in France, I believe it was, on the last lap. So it's been an eventful season, but hopefully League 2 and 1, as well as the Friday Night League next season, hopefully it won't disappoint.
Yeah, definitely don't want to disappoint for our drivers and viewers at home. Yeah, it's been really an action-packed season, like you said, some first-time winners, Australian fans. Towards us actually won
exactly. But we're on track here for tier 2, so let's see what these guys can produce in this one. As we've seen, the benchmark left at the moment by Air told them to 107.8. So let's see what these guys can do. Let's see these guys that are normally that are up in the timing charts. Let's see if they can improve it. Since PSI looking to validate his first 9 rounds, and he'll look to improve on his next one. And we've obviously seen the pace that he's had throughout his time in ARG racing so far. Hopefully he can improve on that, and hopefully bring us a championship battle towards the end of this race.
Yeah, we're definitely a championship battle. That's really
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to say it would have been convincing, but if PSI Legends was here from the start, he would have taken this championship with 3 hands if he could have.
Yeah, he probably would, but obviously maybe not convincing. 6 races, I think. 5, 6 races.
Not that well.
So maybe
yeah, exactly. We can say it's going to be different every time, but it's just how the season played out, isn't it? It's brought us an interesting championship edge. It probably would have been. It's better now than it would have if he was here at the start of the season, because it would have been probably a convincing win for him, wouldn't it? But that's obviously not what the Red Bull guys want. They want to do well and try to get as high as they can in the beginning championship this evening. But they're not going to be able to do that until they do that. He'll look to help his teammate out in the Mercedes so far. As we've seen, I think Vicky said it quite a few times, that second seat in the Mercedes, it's a best of mate. Yeah, right.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Yeah, exactly. I think this whole season would have been different if Vazdal had been here this last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been a favourite difference. We've seen our champion leader now in his first outlap, and we'll see him coming out shortly. A few drivers out on track at the moment, but like you said, it would have been different. A whole different season if but I guess that's how F1 does play out. It's just not random, but things happen that are out of control, and it changes things. Like we saw in the 2020 season of real F1, the coronavirus changed a lot of things that the drivers they've got in different seats. George Russell's seat in Mercedes. It all happens. It all changes, and I think that's what F1 is about as well. It's given opportunities for obviously these drivers who joined us a little bit later, but it's given us a competitive end to this qualifying session for this Tier 2 session for sure.
Yeah, like you said, though, you never really know what's going to happen in the F1. Especially in the ARG race this morning. We didn't know what was going to happen. There was a second safety guy, and Houdini, the guy with the car, actually understood it. And then he was about almost 10 seconds behind from P1. So, yeah, anything could happen in F1, and yeah, that just shows, just how quickly things can change. And, yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen your teammate now coming across the line, your old teammate, LD4614, coming across the line. 108.4 puts him in P14. P14, why did I say P14? P6. That's an amazing lap from him so far. And he did go on an outlap, and I think he did get slowed down by someone, so he did have to abort a lap, and that's 2 lap old soft. So it's obviously shown us the pace he has, and he'll look to go faster if he does come out again. But I think that should see him through safely into Q number 2 there. Q2, 15 drivers will fight for the last 10 position in Q3, and again, we speak about this every week, the importance of tyres and strategies, guys. What do we think the strategy for this race is?
I would say probably soft and mediums for the strategy, as I don't think this track really wears out the cars too much, Some good numbers go but about a heavy substitution or technical. So I think the cars are going to run out that much, but especially with the few safety cars like we've seen throughout the whole season, that was really fun to watch the strategy. They can actually extend their streaks and
Yeah, exactly. But at the moment, we're still in a qualifying session for Tier 2 here, and it's going to be a competitive event for this Q1 session. Well, we were at a battle getting competitive towards the end. Only 2 drivers leading us due to that qualification from Anthony. But it's still going to be a competitive end to this qualifying session for these guys down the bottom. And our well-known USB come out and set a lap today's Ferrari guys and one of his lap time. Not the start of the Mercedes, like I said, that second Mercedes seat just needs to improve on their lap times to get a few points back up those constructor standings. These constructor standings, they are starting to get a little bit of a mix-up. Checking on screen now where there is really many people on the track. So we've got Vicky in the lead with 176 points. PSI Legends chasing it down with 142. I might get Gergos to do the maths. So many points you can miss out for his bike. But it's still not over. Moscow can still even in the championship. Insanity 4. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. That's the ARG Racing Network. Anyone can win this championship. And again, the constructor standings is close to 12 because Mercedes, again, you said Vicky retirement. If it does happen, it's going to change up the whole thing, isn't it? No, we do. Stereo Game 23, thank you very much for the follow. Hopefully we do, hopefully we don't. It's gonna, I hope not a retirement. Well, we're getting lots of follows. Just Jordan M27, thank you for the follow. Hopefully we can get a competitive end to the session, but hopefully it can be not by someone getting crashed out. Hopefully you can just see the speed that they have, changing things up, because like we saw this morning in ARL, the only way that someone was able to win a race was due to penalties. So we actually want to be able to see someone win a race through pace, don't we? quite a few follows here, guys. Really appreciate it, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Solid Techno 1983. Welcome on into the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in, everyone, to ARG Racing Network. And I don't even have the graphic on this one. I might try to get it after the break. But ARG Racing Season 3 announced today. So anyone that is interested in getting involved with ARG Racing Season 3 has been announced today. If you're interested in getting involved, there is a Discord link in the description of our Twitch channel. Please get involved with us when we make different seasons very competitive season. Vicky retired from the section a bit though. Let's make season very competitive season. Let's make it a level season. And let's make it ARG a great Stuart Warwood. PSI Legends. He's obviously qualified. I don't know what happened there, but he's gone straight into the wall. And it's putting down all the way to peak 15. Now this happened last week and that person missed out on qualifying. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Hopefully these glitches don't continue to happen. We have seen some glitches that 1.19 update last week. If it stays like this might be an interesting end to the race, won't it? Yes, I just saw him on track. He faded to the wall. Toast left the session. He was very short driving that he's getting a fight to the Bay Cali for no particular reason, but we should stay on stream. It's going to be an interesting session for the watchers. Hopefully we can see these guys again on that pure pace that we saw. Like you were saying, lots of pulling out on track, don't really want to do by penalties, but this track it's not very demanding on penalties because you're not going to see someone with 40 penalties leading. Albert, here's an exception. He can pull out more penalties.
Really listen to track when it's places. You can kind of go to big corners and that kind of thing. Real close in the HC track when it's going to be the center horse, turn 1, 2 should go. But apart from that, you're not really going to see track when it's really seeing too many unnecessary clues that the club really for actually better.
Yeah, exactly. The two racing points will look to improve on their qualifying session here as Anthro enters the pits, but it's USGT Fishing, Scooby Squid and RO3 Chartman yet to get it out of qualifying here. But like I said, the racing points would just, they just need to get more out of this race because those races where Mercedes didn't score points and also racing points didn't get points, they're going to be beating themselves up after that, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely are going to beat themselves up, especially after missing out on some good rules. Like you said, the Mercedes have actually not managed to finish. So hopefully they can turn that around and actually get some good points for the team here in Brazil. But yeah, they really need to capitalise when Mercedes doesn't finish, and hopefully they can actually get some strong results here.
Exactly. We haven't actually been watching much of the timing chart so far this session, but because the Williams, E.H. Holden, in P2, that's a good pace from him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's some great pace from him. That's the performance from him so far. So let's hope he actually can continue that performance. Hopefully he can keep his pace up and maybe get a
Exactly. We'll look to get out in P2 very shortly here. 15 drivers fighting for the last competition for three very shortly coming up to ARG Racing Tier 2. It's RO3 Chapman, Scooper, USGT Fishing, Answer 2857, and I believe it is Thompson Toast who wasn't able to enter this session, who will not make it through to Q2 here. So Q2 will be coming shortly here from these guys in Tier 2. On track here shortly in Brazil for Tier 2 action here, the second last race of the season. And this one, I guess, could be the championship decider.
Yeah, definitely can be, especially after first one with the bigger time so looks like we'll be only starting with E15. He might have to do what Vicky's done in the past few weeks and work his way out from the back of the field, so I can't wait to see what he can actually do. And he's probably hoping Vicky doesn't get a good start and he gets some early damage.
Yeah, but he's also race, and I think he will be capable of catching up as fast as possible. But for now, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly for ARG Racing Tier 2 action then here in Brazil. Don't go anywhere.
Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then.
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, for ARG Racing Tier 2 here, and it's been a great qualifying 1 session. Let's see what these guys can produce in qualifying 2 here, as we see 13 drivers in Q2 here, so not sure who was the second one that missed out on that one, so it definitely was PSI that wasn't able to make it out of that session. Not sure who was the other one that wasn't able to make it out, but hopefully these guys can show us some competitive lap times shortly, and see what these guys can fight for, competing for their fastest lap here in Q2 on the newer set of tyres, we look to keep that pace up in this qualifying session and try and start the newest set of tyres. Gregors, I probably did say it before, and maybe with the short-term memory loss I have. What do you think the predicted race strategy is for this race here?
Secretaries technical, we're not really going to be going over cars too much, especially if you do see a few safety cars, like we usually do, still to
I've said it before, there will be some people, but I don't think anyone is going to be winning the race or jumping up 60. And hopefully we can maybe see a new race winner today. We've seen obviously PSI Legends all the way back down to P15 for the qualifying session. How do you think he's going to race today? How do you think the strategy will change from his perspective Yeah, what's going on so far with the retirement? I don't know why. So if you retire on track, does that automatically put you out of qualifying? Is that how it works? Yeah, because Flickton 90's just quit in the chat, and that's why I was a bit confused why there was only 13 drivers as well. The Flickton 90 said I qualified. That's all right, that's all right. No, no, absolutely. Yeah, but because it might be a little bit glitchy because the quick and running said I qualified Q4 and it didn't put me in Q2. I think it might be the fact that he did join a little bit late into the qualifying session and stuff. Codemasters, which we love. We love Codemasters, we do. It's a little bit glitchy. We did see glitchy in the lobby this morning as well. So, yeah, hopefully he's going to fix himself. But Anthro and I believe it is David and these guys are having Jones are coming across the line now. Give me this piece of He had a good race last week. He did have a good race last week. He has been pretty consistent. Sometimes, of course, you don't score every race. He did have a good race last week. I think he was just out of the position maybe at the moment. But he's still got the pace, that's the thing. Like, we do see a few drivers who have the pace, probably could go and score a fair, good points, but just able to get there right in the end, just like yourself did.
Yeah, so it's like all the
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be an interesting one on this one. But let's see what these guys can produce. The only driver out on track at the moment, LD464, and Crown Dog, who just moved into P2 at the moment. We've got, I don't know what's happening with this one. It's really confusing me. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm so confused on my car. But let's see what these guys can do. It's going to be some good lap time coming towards the end, and it's going to be Bosco and who will be leading us at the back towards the end of the session. One of these guys is a bit competitive as well as PSI Legends. So it's going to be an interesting race for the strategies winning the teams out. But we said it last week, it's going to be a difficult turn one to go through, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Well, we know that's your strong suit, so we'll send you off for a minute. We'll get you to work out how many points you can need to outscore PSI Legends by to win the championship. Because I was trying to do it, but, you know, bringing the donkey as I have. I won't be able to tell you the difference. Won't tell you the difference I have. So we'll come back to you if you can tell us those points. That'll be awesome. But we're going to see some interesting lap times going towards the end of this one, especially from LD Horses going forward. As well as some good lap times coming here in qualifying, especially Vicky out in front, looking to extend that championship out in front, maybe even securing it today. So hopefully we can have some competitive racing in qualifying with some good laps. Hopefully we can have a competitive race, and hopefully we can see these guys coming around the track shortly for some good fun laps and get together some good laps for the qualifying session. And it's going to be some great racing from these guys in the race as well, with some interesting strategies that are going to come into play as we see Vicky go first. Willie Dickens to the 106s, he'll go 107.8 on those mediums. So obviously the soft tyres obviously were a little bit quicker in the first part of qualifying, but that's a still great lap time, especially on those mediums, the 107. So that'll definitely put him through to Q3, sorry. He'll look to extend his championship lead, like I said, these guys out in front. But three guys out in fact, the RG is trying to know their courses racing the following aboard is LD versus Montreal. He comes around. His first line, second line, first line, see. With together a good lap time. Let's see if you can see him through to Q3. Just V8 to 101. So the two drivers will look to beat that lap time and go higher. Obviously, pretty higher than Bosco. Hopefully it doesn't come down to this one. Hopefully it does come down to the next race, doesn't it? Hopefully. We don't want to say it out loud. Just thinking. Yeah, let's see some competitive stuff. Towards the end, fast and medium, that's been must trip for steroids. Yeah, he's cheap. 6 race ban, what do you reckon?
6 races over, is that
He can't contemplate, I reckon.
6 race ban.
But we're going to see some competitive lap times coming from him. Obviously, the lap is always about some competitive laps. And I think, you could correct me here, guys, his BPS is over. Fair few retirements actually. And I think that was when we were having a look at this the other day. He's only, I think, won with 4 races, I'm pretty sure it was, throughout the whole season. I haven't looked yet. It's 1, 2, only 2 races that he's won the whole season. Yeah. Well, when you see somebody reversed by that margin, well, it's only 30 points, but I did have 30 points. But when you see someone reversed by that margin, you expect them to have a lot of races. It's only 2 so far this season. So, where did the points come from? Yeah, exactly. But also, spoke about it before, his teammate Pascal, the last few races that he has missed has cost them the evening construction grid, hasn't it? I hope so as well. If it did come down to the last race of the season, that would be good to watch, definitely, for us, definitely. It would be good for us, of course, having the racing as well, to see some good competitive battles. But it would also just be good for these guys just to have a bit of competition as well. Even though, like I just said, he's only won 2 races, he's had a pretty simple season, hasn't he? Yeah, exactly. And I mean, so your man, Albert, of course, was quite cool with his validation. He's second point after session. And 2 lap old socks. So I'm not sure if he went out and played the socks with him to get that way. But he'll have to improve construction by just over half a second to get to Q3 there. But it's going to be hard to tell who's going to make it easier. We've seen David Bell so he's consistently strong on those mediums. So look to hopefully get through on those mediums. Looking like playing on a big gun lap, and we'll go once again. Colton still in the bits that he won't complete in one lap, and he looked competitive in Q1. So I'm not sure why he hasn't been in the picture at all, to be honest. So not sure what happened there. So LD Forces of course having a fine lap. Now he'll look to improve on his lap bump so far, get himself into Q3 here on those soft compound tyre. Looks like the older compound tyre, like I said before. Let's see if we can do it. Goes a little bit wide there onto line 2. But he'll look to open the DRS as soon as possible. As possible in this DRS. We've seen Aiden Bell with a disqualification. That'll assist LD. Through, so he'll basically just have to beat Northern Star, but he has to improve by almost more than half a second to get through there. I didn't see his sector time if he did improve, but we'll follow on board with the rest of this lap here, as we've seen Toys R Us with a retirement as well on track, so hopefully we don't want to see that AI get in the way. Hopefully it just moves out of the way. But it's LD4614 on the lap now, coming into the slow turn 8 here. Turn 10 here, coming as fast as he can through this part of the track. We'll see his sector time. Hopefully it looks like he a little bit faster. Yes, he's 7/10 faster. So at the moment, LD4614 looks like he's progressing into Q3 here with the driver on track, the only driver on track apart from him and the Renault of, I believe, it is Super Steve. He'll look to improve on this lap time as well. But LD4614 puts it over the line with a 108.3, 7/10 faster, puts him in P6, and he's through. There's only a couple of seconds left to qualifying. He got through to the end of that flying lap and puts it in P6. So he's through to Q3 in this one. LD4614 has been can't even say consistently scoring no points. Let's say that. Little bit. We saw it with you in the McLaren as well. Does well in qualifying, but just struggles in the race, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely does struggle in the race for some reason. Yeah, like you said, he does very well in the qualifying. He gets definitely to Q2 pretty much every week, and even manages to put his car into Q3 as well. So yeah, he definitely has some good one-lap pace, but it's just the race. Usually just taking damage or, sometimes getting too many penalties. Like 40 seconds of penalties. Not that much, but yeah, he just kind of seems to struggle in the race. So I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm sure he'll be looking to work on that coming into season 3.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll head to a quick break here, and we'll be back shortly for Q3 here in ARG Racing.
Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Q3 here for ARG Racing. It's going to be a competitive session with a lot of these drivers that we don't normally see in Q3. I guess.
Yeah, it's great to see a change of drivers and a change of scenery here in Q3. Great to see. And not sure what happened to Super Steves. We did see him retire, so not sure what happened there. Maybe a misclick or something. Not sure. But yeah, it's great to see the variety of drivers in Q3.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it either. But their final flying laps, getting as fast as possible. Let's see what these guys are capable of. The AlphaTauri of Just Jordan, the first one out at the moment here on qualifying, and he'll look to complete a fastest lap here in qualifying for the AlphaTauris, and the other AlphaTauri just struggled a bit in qualifying. He'll look to improve and get the most out of his team due to his teammate not getting through to Q2 today. Far out, I can't talk.
Yeah, definitely a bit disappointing that his teammate didn't actually make it through to Q2 due to the glitch. I'm also a bit disappointed that actually ARG Holden, he had a very good chance to get into Q3 today and not managing to put a lap in during Q2, so not really sure what happened there. I was really looking forward to seeing what he actually could have done if he did manage to get into Q3. So a bit disappointing, but yeah, great to see Josh Jordan still there. Like we said, consistent performances, and hopefully he can put in another consistent performance and have a fast race today.
Yeah, definitely, and hopefully we can see some of these guys that we don't normally see putting on some good laps for us, as we've seen these guys coming around with a few purple sectors from, I believe it is Josh Jordan, on a purple sector, I believe it was, and one of the first guys out on track it is. Toys R Us now, coming to the end of a flying up. He was the first driver to set a flying up with a 1086. The racing point of Antero going with a 1086 as well, 600 of a second slower than the Toys R Us in the Kiwi Raikkonen seat. Chromat goes across the line with a 109, so he'll look to improve on that. The Mercedes of Vicky starting his flying lap now as he goes across the line, so he'll look to maybe get a tow out of the Haas there of Chromat. Just Jordan across the line goes a 108.1, fastest of anyone this so far in Q3 here. So some good lap times coming in. They'll look to improve though. Vicky will look to get away well here, especially since he hasn't got many of his usual rivals out in front with him, Bosco and PSR Legends. So he'll look to capitalise on that, get away well from turn one, and show us the pace he has as this championship leader we know and love from him. So let's see what he can produce in this one, as LD4614 as well out on. Hopefully, this one has he showed so far. He would be good qualifying. But it's Vicky crossing the line now. Let's see where this lap will put in. It looks like a really competitive lap time. Goes across the line, the 107.0. Amazing lap time for Vicky. That'll definitely secure quite a high standing finish with this qualification. Let's say Vicky's rival is a 50% to make this obviously No, he hates me.
we just hold up.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's so extremely interesting. I've got to say, he's really fun. It's going to take a couple of let's see if anyone can match that time. Let's see if anyone can tell him yeah, 4 P2 is the same over 51 something like that. We saw his competitiveness. Do you think he can go faster than that?
I definitely think he can. You can put on some new tires, maybe lower the fluid rate a bit. Okay, so looks like maybe he's all his tires out, so he doesn't really have to do it.
Because it looks like he was on through like a clock that he was qualified to do. Maybe just a little bit different. But let's see. Hopefully it's what he did. Hopefully I think it was on the race. How can you say that? But let's see what these guys can bring in this qualifying session towards the end. Yeah. I'll agree with this. So we're going to look to capitalise on the pace they have here in qualifying. And let's see what they can do in this session. Hopefully a challenge out in front of Ricky, but obviously Ricky was a solo driver for him. And we'll look to improve on it in the race with some 50% lap up. And like I said in the pre-show, a track that is quite difficult to keep consistent, isn't it?
Yeah, very hard to maintain your consistency throughout the race. Qualifying a bit easier, it's going for a lap and you just don't set the fastest lap, but yeah, really hard to really stay consistent and solid and fast laps, so very hard to remain consistent throughout the whole race, like you said, so really a challenge for the local guys, so let's see what I can do.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be 41 for Australian second two, now yellow card almost just stopping around the track. Pretty very after passing in there to get out of the lap here. It looks like he might struggle to get the end of this lap to actually another final. Should be fine. But the guys that are in the 50 minutes won't be able to get Josh Williams the best. He won't be able to get out. And we have noticed that from Josh Williams. His qualifying strategies have been a little bit strange, okay? It's like, he doesn't come out at the end. He doesn't his laps when other people are in the pit, don't he?
Yeah, it does, like you said, a very interesting and unique strategy. I was thinking, you try and set your fastest lap right at the end, because that's what most of the real F1 guys do, because they rub on the track, so they have more grip, and they're able to go faster. So, yeah, not really sure if it's like coded into the game like that, but yeah, I'd expect him to go out on the end of some fastest lap.
Yeah, definitely. He does it every week. It's like he goes on that lap and then just waits, because I remember he retired, didn't he? When he was doing well and he retired, he couldn't do a lap and he got beaten last week, didn't he? Yeah, so I'm not sure what the strategy behind that is, but it obviously works, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. He's put in some great performances, especially points finishes throughout the season. So,
This hopefully. The process, yeah, hopefully. These guys, obviously, it was difficult. This season it was really difficult to match tiers because the timings were so different. But I think now that we know our audience as well, with most of our drivers being from UK and from Australia, we know when most people are able to make races. But with our at the times that we chose for last season, I think it was a little bit difficult for the guys that were fast. Like PSR Legends, he'd be a T-Wheel driver, wouldn't he? But he's just unable to make the time. But we want everyone to get involved, which is the hard thing as well. You can't have both, can you?
Yeah, you definitely can't have both. It's a bit of a dilemma. You want the fast guys all together, and also all your drivers to race. But yeah, PSR Legend definitely capable of being a Tier 1 driver, but yeah, due to other commitments and not able to make it, he's racing here in Tier 2, so yeah, good unfortunate to see that he's in Tier 2. He's still doing good job in Tier 2, though, just to see how he would fare in Tier 1 with all those other fast guys.
Yeah, definitely. But we definitely underplayed it because Vicky644 is our pole sitter for qualifying there. It's an amazing points from him with an amazing lap time there from Vicky. And the Indian flag stays up the top there for qualifying as it has the past 28,000 races here in ARG. But we'll take this opportunity, go guys. Season 3 in ARG racing. It's big. It's a massive team. And it's going to change things up massively, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely going to change things up massively with this Season 3 new format. So, obviously the qualifying on Saturday, and then the race on Sunday. So you never know, maybe some of these drivers are going to feel good on Saturday, and then they come to it, and they're just feeling not so good, not ready, not warmed up. So that could also be a factor during these races in the next season.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be tough, but hopefully we can see some competitiveness. And I know that there's going to be a lot of drivers that won't be able to make it for Season 3, but hopefully we can still get a good turnout. But at the moment, it is the guys are out setting up their setups for ARG Racing here Tier 2 in Brazil. So we'll take this opportunity to welcome everyone into the stream for Tier 2 and welcome everyone into Brazil ARG Racing Tier 2. So it's time for race time here in ARG Tier 2. It's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes.
It was Vicky on pole
nice
in
and warm by the end
qualifying,
of the
and
lap.
it hopefully will be an interesting end to this racing, ARG Racing Tier 2. Welcome to ARG Racing Network for ARG Tier 2 action here in Brazil. And hopefully we're going to see a competitive race from these guys coming very, very shortly in ARG Racing. 15 turns, 4.3 kilometres of circuit, and plenty of opportunity for some late braking down into some turns with a few DRS zones in the Brazil track here. With some interesting racing going to come from these guys with some interesting strategies as well, which we will see come into play shortly with these guys' tyre choices here. As they send around on their formation lap, let's see these tyre choices. Most of them choosing the soft tyre, RO3 Chatman, Scooby Stoo, and USGT Fishing, as well as Vicky on those bigger tyres. They'll probably look like they might struggle to get off the line well, but hopefully these guys can put us together some amazing lap times, an amazing race, and some amazing competition, hopefully, in this race. And hopefully we can see a man that's in P14 currently, Gurgas, PSR Legends with a race win, hopefully.
Yeah, we'd love to see that. So we're seeing overtake and move his way up through the field. So
hopefully we can see a Vicky in the world too, but that's not the point. And I think, but the dangerous thing for Vicky is those medium tyres though. He doesn't get across the line well, just got into a well, if he turns into them or something, takes damage, especially on those medium tyres, it's going to be a little bit dangerous for him.
Yeah, he's going to struggle if he does take some early damage, or he even goes too deep off the track in turn 1. So he's going to be hoping for a clean start. Hopefully no collision, but should be a good race, and can't wait to see what he can do and also what PSR Legends can do.
think that's the first time that anyone disqualified in the formation. I think about 2 years.
To go put it.
But it's almost time here, ladies and gentlemen, for ARG Racing Tier 2. Hopefully a competitive race. Hopefully a championship decider. Hopefully not, sorry, a championship decider. Hopefully we can see some competition. Very shortly we go on ARG Racing. The 5 red lights are on. As is glitched. And oh my god, they're going. I think that's Bosco hand. No, DH. And it's lights out and away we go. And it looks like Just Jordan got well. Vicky in those medium tires got away well. Just Jordan will look to go down the inside and get away well. As Vicky all the way on the outside on those medium tires gets away and penetrates on Just Jordan. Just Jordan looks like it's a bit early and it's a racing point and the Haas off in turn 1. I don't think they took damage, but they did go off. And a few drivers climbing a few positions. LD down 3 positions on his race start. Bosco Ham with an amazing start on his. Moves up into
the virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a
challenging for the
positive
racer,
delta.
and Bosco Ham's into the wall, and he's out of the session. It's a virtual safety car, and Bosco Ham is out of the race here, and so is Super Steve in the Renault. That was, I saw that clearly, Bosco Ham off the track. Not sure what happened to Super Steve there, but that is 2 retirements in the earlier stages of this race for those 2 guys.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Lost his front wing. I'm not sure. It looked like there's a few guys that got a legal overtakes. But wow, what a race start, go guys.
Yeah, it's also a change in the graphic when he was coming up, so probably a glitch and something, so he definitely really put on a halfway race. After that, obviously, you can't start like that on the clearly early start as he was provided down in the league. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with him, just we'll decide the outcome of that. But yeah, this really don't start, they need to stay in, through P2, they're really in P9 at the moment. So yeah, don't start at him, and that's good enough, so. A bit of a fight there in turn 1, but yeah, Vicky managing to stay at there.
And again, something we spoke about that just struggles in the race. LD 4614, he's down with a laugh now.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start for the tough for
Okay, clear.
Yeah, not a good start, not what he wanted, but yeah, no, Vicky going.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
He's on the damage by medium, so it looks like he'll be going for a 2-stop strategy. Probably going to go on the ARG and then go come back in. Yeah, not a good start in last place, but you never know. And Vicky overtakes up at Holden, so Vicky wasting absolutely no time, even though he's technically wasn't
That's what it looks like he's going because of Vicky. Vicky's on the grass. Wait, is that Vicky? Is that Vicky on the grass? Yes, it's Vicky on the grass. He's not sure what happened there, so it looks like Charlton will get past him, but Josh Jordan's in the lead now. That's Vicky all the way on the grass, and guess who it is, ladies and gentlemen? In P5, it's PSI Legends. Our championship fight is here, and this is what we want to see go down.
Yeah, definitely want to see Tour Glass start, but just get overtake on
DRS is now enabled.
Not really sure what's happening there. PSI Legends in P5, with other than Kennedy, but yeah, a lot of cases, I believe 10 cases he's made up. So yeah, great start with PSI, but you can't get overtake on there. In the order, so yeah, going for our PSI Legends out, he was not far away from Vicky.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a great race start from the guys.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
And it's wow. I'm just shocked. PSI Legends from start 14:30 at P4. He's got a 5-second penalty though, which will come against my Vicky with a 3-second penalty as well. Toys R Us and P3. So let's see what these guys are going to do. PSI Legends first, and positions up in the race start. LD 4614, 11 positions down in the race start. So we'll move up in those positions during the race. But PSI Legends an amazing start to this, isn't it?
Yeah, great start for him, and he's about up 10 positions, so yeah, he was absolutely flying. Obviously, he wasn't too happy with his first one, the time he was big away, so he's making it up to the end of the race.
Yeah, definitely. With my hope here, but sorry, I've just seen Moscow and say I'm stupid. So he's obviously done something that he's not happy with. PSI Legends almost got it there, so I got a late break in, but pulls out. That's not so bad. He's got a long race ahead. 4 out of 36 back in. But Vicky, with PSI Legends, this is the fight you want to see.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
we want to see up to the end of the championship, don't we? We want to see it come down to next week, don't we?
Yeah, we definitely do want to see it come down to next week. We're going to be like I said, like you said, 19 points, but don't take that like you just said that.
It could be worse if it didn't mean doing that, so it's fine.
But yeah, it's great to see these legends, get our shoes strong. So yeah, great time to be around with this thing. Pretty good. And Josh Jordan in key runs.
Yeah, exactly. Sitting 360, the follow really deeply. But it's been a great start for this session so far. It's been a weird start, if I say that. A weird start. Here's our legend, so he's on the hunt already. For Vicky, he's not going to give up. He's an amazing race start. Here's our legend, so Vicky capitalised on it. For Vicky now, 6 tenths behind Josh Jordan in the uncontrollably. Josh Jordan got away as well. He wasn't able to get it done to overtake there. Vicky had a good start, even though he didn't have many tires. But EA told him, obviously, with that early start that he had, got it well if you can say
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
It's been a solid start for Vicky so far. You don't want to say that, but we have to. As, it's going to be an interesting end with these two guys out in front of KSL.
Yeah, it should be a 4-week finish. Vicky's got a good start. Amazing. So he's going to be looking to extend his medium fire steam as much as possible. So that's really good. KSL is on the soft tire of his moment. I thought he was starting on the medium. Honestly, the soft tire is probably a better choice. Yeah, that's really kind of is a better choice because you've got a lot of conditions now.
Yeah, exactly. He lined up 11 positions at his race start, so it looks like a great start for him. And Vicky's got past Just Jordan as well. Just want to make it up though. We've got the breakdown run down the inside. It's like you're going to cut him off there. But it's Vicky at 3-1 now. KSI was just behind Josh Jordan, so he's caught up. So that's an amazing start to the race.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy that.
So Vicky probably has seen it back for he won't give up. This is his championship race. He's not going to give up. This is his win to lose, basically. It's going to be great to see what these guys can do. If it's a 1-2, I believe Vicky finishes second or so.
He finishes second in the championship.
Yeah, so let's see. I don't know. Let's see if there's other instances they get past that one. I realise they're wide open. Plenty of laps to go, like I said, lap 7 of 36. No safety car, which was good and bad at the same time. These guys, the soft car runners will probably hoping for a safety car. These guys are fighting like they are now, and there's not much going on here. I'm going to be passing the car here. Let's let it go down. Let's finalize the passing the car. Got the pace here, we've got a different unfit positions, but the qualifying system, all the time, but for the first time, that was hits.
That wasn't a big share. Also, I thought he was going to do it again, but I was going to we hope not go what's the comment this guy.
Hopefully it doesn't get a bit but let's see. Here's my list. I think it's page 2. I think this is the last Just Jordan. So he's on the hunt for Vicky. Let's see what he can do. This is
Yellow flag. Green flag.
have been changed up a bit, pretty whacked early. So this race has started off pretty equitably with a few retirements here and there. A little bit of a shaky start for a few drivers and a good getaway for a fair few of these drivers. But an eventful start, I guess.
Yeah, very eventful start. US weekend is really showing well into the wall, so you're going to have to fix the new covering and new tyres. But yeah, very eventful start. And PSI Legends is making the most of it. We can't see this thing going, and also down as well on victory. So PSI Legends really looking to overtake victory in possible. So probably in the next round, I think that's going to overtake victory. And go to P1.
What do you think these guys are going to start heading into the pits a little bit shortly?
I'd say the next probably 7 laps we start to hitting it, getting any times. Or maybe even some medium to the hard
Well, the medium tire runners, will they go straight from medium to hard?
depending on how they do it, you can put it in the safety car. There definitely is a chance to utilise the soft tyres at the end, but yeah, you've got to rule off the manage them well. So obviously you can do it, and you feel that it works for you, or maybe go a bit close to you. You can do that. You do say pace out and victory.
If you look to create this gap now, that's what I think you would do. I think she's got half of the first hour. It's going to take guilty. Look, what? I want fair side of this. I think that can do a fast car.
Yeah, that's the first happening there.
No, it's still happening. I don't get it. I don't get it. Can you see the speed? When I push back, I'm on the Red Bull. I push back and it's a half star. So there's a secret thieving between ADSL and PSI Legends and Volkswagen. They're all thieving between each other. Anyway, PSI Legends in the lead. They're looking to create that gap longer than 7 seconds, making sure he doesn't have that DRS behind him. But those soft tyres just looking like they're better at the moment. We saw in Belgium this morning, the medium tyres were faster than the softs. So obviously the soft in this race is looking much better, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to say before that, the different PSI Legends are already starting coming up the hard, so they're really showing their pace here out of front. So PSI came out and big through. Yeah, the soft tyres seem to have a lot better on the wheels, better than mediums. That was some encouragement, so obviously the wheels much better track on that. Wheels like those runners, I was in the majority of that second one, which one also,
You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
I thought it's going to back this up. It really just seems to, I guess, pop up because that was just into like a driver's fly.
Exactly, they're just in that, like you said before, they're just in that spot where you're able to see the speed of the
Yeah, they know operating everything with right up front. He's very good right position, right fuel. I guess they're placing the car well and they're just really showing the true pace on those sides.
Yeah, but we'll see what these guys can do in the end of this race. Hopefully a competitive finish. Hopefully some interesting strategies as well that change up because by the looks of it, not that I've seen, penalties aren't going to make that much of a difference. Looks like a pretty consistent race from a lot of these guys without penalties.
Yeah, that really guys and everything is very consistent. Not like the last week in Mexico. So it's penalties from these guys. Yeah, like I said earlier, there's not really many cases you can't actually these guys and get back there if you want to. So yeah, I just putting them in and you can see them just starting to say going slow. So that's how to get a speed there. Yeah, go back to the penalty zone. Yeah, not many guys have
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Looks like this some competition starting to form up between some of these guys, but also the gap starting to form. They're all over the track, basically. You can go past the track and just see that's Vicky. That was Vicky in front. That's the one that came through. Raising the outside, so it looks like you're going to take it in.
Okay. That's probably why.
So they're really lucky here.
No, it's the first game.
Oh no. See, I just said 20 rounds myself. Anyway, yeah, so this is what we love to see, PSR Legends. In the league, easy to get through the first hopefully these guys are able to step through the outflow. Maybe another 3-4 laps, we reckon they can go through social media. That's the question I got asked me. Will you be able to last that long?
If we should decide to do that, we can try as well. Especially with the safety cars that come out and they're coming from now, we might have to do a couple more of them. But I really think we can, the means and stuff. I think we can go slow there and, if we really want to, you definitely can. But, yeah, I don't think many people are going to. I don't think maybe Vicky or PSR Legends will go there. Not very well, but soft to hard or very hard or medium soft.
Yeah, well, the strategy is going to change up this season, don't they? Or the whole race, don't they?
Yeah, definitely going to change up on that. The strategy and the PSR Legends starting on the softs. And we've done the medium, so obviously PSR Legends maybe going to look for an undercut. We're going to be getting loaded out in the soft tires might last as long as the medium. Yeah, strategy down is really going to be a critical part for these top riders and we're good enough for that.
Yeah, so PSR Legends is 5 seconds. I just can't comprehend the fact that 20 minutes ago, it was in 14, like 5 seconds. That just shows us the pace we are expecting.
Yeah, it was 10:15. Really good. But yeah, it really does show his pace that he has. Yeah, he's very consistent and fast driver overall, so yeah. Great job to him, that's good. Really start from this stage there.
Joining during season 3, Lockies will be in the race. But it's good, like I said, season 3. It's going to be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be great season 3. A lot of changes, but pretty much to more realistic formats. The race weekend format. So yeah, it will be great to see what these guys can do and how they can adapt to pretty unique format, I'd say, because I haven't seen many of these videos. So it's really interesting to see what these guys can do and how they actually can adapt.
We have practice in practice, so Ironman Max is trying to good paces.
I thought we had to say Max was going to start out and crash down or something, but yeah, it's crazy.
But the open tunnel just won, so he's obviously trying to pace, even though he's on those medium tyres, so still got some good pace on those tyres as well. So let's see. It's going to play shortly. PSR Legends sure is coming through. It's very, very soon to go.
Yeah, we definitely will be looking to jump into the pits very sort of maybe in the next lap or two. And I'm sure those soft tyres will be at least 50%. It also depends on how he is managing his tyres.
Yeah, that's sort of my theory though, because you've gone 16 laps now. When you go to 18, that's halfway through the Grand Prix. If your soft tyres have almost lasted halfway, that means surely mediums can go longer than that, can't they?
It all depends on your lap times towards the end of your stint. If you're a second a lap slower on your last few laps of your stint, then yeah, you're definitely going to want to pick the mediums early, or they're going to be consistent throughout the stint. They're going to be a bit slower. You're going to be more consistent towards the end, so yeah, it's a good challenge to actually decide what to do. You might feel like you're fine, but you might actually be losing a lot of time to the guy behind you, especially time and the higher contact of time.
Yeah, definitely. The strategy, I think, I feel like the strategy in this Grand Prix especially is going to change up, especially with the pit lane as well. It's going to give the guys an opportunity to undercut changes to what's going to happen in this one. Thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to ARG Racing again. Season 3 ARG Racing. Could have pretty well yeah, like I was saying, I think this is one of the first tracks in a while where strategy has played more of a part of the racing.
Yeah, definitely, because we do see pace already jumping into the pit, so...
No, just what it follow, no, just what it doesn't follow. The interesting thing I've noticed is Crazy Mouse Monster's gap between him and Josh Jordan is very big. I think that if this stays like this, as Crazy Mouse Monster is a fits the guy. I think what Vicky has done here is he's created himself an opportunity where these guys out in the top 3 have created such a gap where they're almost, if they keep going at this pace, they're pretty much almost total free pit stop.
Yeah, I think what's good is we do see both our legends on the hard tires, so I think we might have gone for
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the
we're also
softs.
playing the safer guys, going for the hard tires, keeping actually last the end of the race. But like we said, there was a big gap between Enjoyment and Crazy Racing on 2.5. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap there, so maybe we'll actually see him go for the soft tires and actually come out sort of faster back and we'll not too much as a number.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to make a big difference for guys like this, how they need to fight for that championship. But the victory was hung for all in that car last year. I think he's racing very hard. I think he's been focused recently. He really wants his championship, and you can really tell. And I think with those, like I spoke about it before, the races that he had in that midfield part of the championship, where he just struggled that a little bit, he scored a few points here where he would have had it in the bag already.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have it in the bag. Didn't retire as many times as he did, but still had a great season. Had a lot of podiums, 3 wins. So yeah, obviously we didn't get over the time and should have had in the bag a lot earlier. So I just want to say, this there's recent money going on for P10 between the AM2 and the Red Bull, LD 4614 to the Code, and Code going in the Renault, so maybe we should keep a bit of an eye on that and really put our risk on. Yeah,
it's also a good thing as well, but also these guys that picked first, you see, people like Chrome Dog and LD, they'll have to pit again, but someone like Enter on the car, still probably have to pit like in the soft maybe. When do you think these guys like LD and Chrome Dog will start to get the pit?
So LD did pit, I believe, on lap 1, so he was very close to pitting, and then he's trying everything. So I would say LD's holding it.
For a soft compound tyre. So that's going to be a... do you think it will be a struggle towards the end of the race?
I don't really think that will, but obviously he's going to see the damage to tires right now. And he's probably going to be pushing for that fastest lap as soon as possible because he's only got the fastest lap 2 lanes, otherwise the time will be too worn out. So yeah, very really probably put it around the top 5.
Wasn't PSI Legends like 6 seconds back?
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
Now the gap on the 7/10.
Yeah, I believe we did get power, even though power improvement AI. They're doing really staging too much, they didn't help it that much. So yeah, no big gap. We're turning to line and reaching almost sub 5.
Yeah, especially the tyres as well. It's going to be I think that PSI Legends has made a mistake here. I think he should have gone with medium tyres.
Maybe we should have, but obviously he trusted own ability, and he's really big enough to win the race of the hard time. But it looks like the rookie's actually going to overtake him on that soft tire.
Pretty easily as well, especially with those tyres. Looks like he's going to pass easily. But it's a championship fight here to get this. It's PSI Legends has nothing to lose here.
Yeah, definitely nothing to lose. We got 2 hours now, and Vicky probably going to be close enough for an overtake. I just want to say, PSI Legends actually do get the fastest lap on the previous lap on the hard tire.
Yeah, so probably Vicky will get close to this one, mate.
Yeah, you definitely get closer to the gun. The US division does let PS Origins through, so it's very nice to see some good sportsmanship there. So PS Origins wasn't held up in that bad. Is that an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in that.
Go, go, go. You'll be racing on the exit. Go, go, go.
I think we should start it.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Things say like this, it's a championship win. Okay, guys. That's all there is to it. Okay, so qualifying time for what do you mean? 10-second penalty. Okay, so what qualifying times are these? What do you mean? Do you mean the races or do you mean the track? Sorry, these
Blue flag, blue flag.
Now out of DRS range. I think it's done good. Unless
Blue flag conditions. Create a gap and let the car behind through.
I'm not saying it's done yet because, PS Origins so they're going to be working a lot better in the closing stages of this game, especially probably the last 8 or so months. So I'm not counting PS Origins out, but really they're much close. That's a great good idea of that, so yeah, PS Origins.
Let's get it. Go somewhere. How fast are they? Well, this is not going to be the trio for next season, as you go back to the start of the three. Season 3 is a lot different with different leagues, but how fast are they qualifying? I think we could get a 1 low 107, was it?
Yeah,
but the guys through the big board were low 108, yeah. But again, these guys are not the guys that will be racing in the same league. They might be, if they can find availability in their schedule, but like I said, totally different leagues next year, next season. So 3 leagues, I don't know, League 1 and League 2. It's going to be an amazing season, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely an amazing season. I'm very much looking forward to it. I just want to look in terms of this race. So ARG is made up of 11 positions in 3 sections. So not about that because it's a
yeah, but considering where they were before PS Legends came, it's still a great game.
Definitely.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
But yeah, it's been a great race so far, isn't it? Just a bit of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of everything from yeah, there's a big 32 lines down there. Feel like a lot of more flying down. Yeah, just running for those already, could really play on the race. Because obviously the hard playing the argument is the better point, but hopefully with the better outside play.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, you don't have to be in those young people to race in the league, you can beat them anyway. Yeah, but like you said, it's going to be come down right to the wire with these tyres. But yes, it's all happening. I don't know what to say. It's all happening. It looks like PSI was just got past that traffic that he was in the Canada by he wasn't the start man, and now closed the gap a little bit now. So that's the pace he has. He's catching. He just caught up 3 tenths in that first sector Vicky on high tires to pick top. That just shows us his pace, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really shows he's got absolutely phenomenal pace. Yeah, so conservatives, he's still good for Vicky, even though he's behind. And also, Vicky does have that time penalty,
Oh, that's why. That's why PSR Legends, he had that 6-second gap, but he was the punch wasn't going to be the push. That's why I thought about that. That's why, yeah, that's why. But this got 6 seconds. So, yeah, so it's not out of hand yet, but the thing that is going to hold him up is that fastest lap.
Yeah, it really is the fastest lap. I really think that, in the 32 point, he's not too bad out for the fastest lap. Yeah, it's really great to see that he's going to find he's actually pretty fast as well. So we'll also look at his change strategy with the rest of this side. I don't think it will, unless he's going to want to get a win. But maybe if he comes with fire, he actually might make this up. So yeah,
should we say Yuki retires or hopefully he has retired?
it's actually when he was
We saw it in Tier 1 for a couple of races. We saw very rugby with the championship on Sunday morning. Then we saw on Monday, we saw the decision that we get the penalty. So the Tier 1 championship isn't over as well, although Jonathan has to win every race and we will be able to finish in third every race. So it's two championship leaders have had a pretty simple season with guys dropping out, like Vicky's had it with those guys, he had it with those guys, with those guys teammates, with those guys who showed up, and then Brandon Lloyd, Tier 1, who dropped out. It's been a weird season, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been a big season for Matthews going. I've really watched every single drop throughout the season. I'm hoping that doesn't happen too much next season. Obviously, people are going to have to move into bringing up those people drop out. So yeah, hopefully we're looking for drivers that are able to make it throughout the rest of the season. And we've got too many changes to the lineup. So we can't think of these drivers as, each trying those own riders, so I don't know their own strengths and weaknesses. And yeah, it's a bit tricky sometimes to, I guess, adapt to the new driver lineups and these new drivers.
Yeah. To the end of this race, like you said, I've never thought coming down to the fastest lap, is it?
Yeah, definitely a pretty far. And there's something I noticed is that between people, it's kind of really well line. They're not in the grass a bit, so I'm not sure if some guys don't actually go to the floor or really slowing down, so yeah.
Vicky was another penalty, so Vicky was like, just when I switched over to him, I saw him coming the corner, and that's Vicky was another penalty, so he's going to have his PSR record massively. Again, it's the fastest lap. He needs the fastest lap, doesn't he?
Yeah, it really does, and that's literally all it is, just about one point. Between regulate any time or price. But yeah, it really is 1 point, that's all it is, and it's going to be the fastest lap where to get them.
Yeah, exactly, but it's the penalties as well are going to help him, obviously. The tyres are going to help Vicky get out of the gap, but it's the penalties that are going to stop PSR Legends, stop Vicky from getting the win as well. So PSR Legends basically just has to stay in that gap to get the win, obviously, but he also just needs to find a way to get that extra point, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely does need to find that out. And I guess extra boost for speed.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
They're trying to get up past the side. He's going to want to save that energy. Try and use as much fuel as you can to get up the car. Obviously, not using too much fuel. As you want to try and set the fast car, probably which fuel you have as fast as possible. But yeah, Vicky just seems too fast in his surprise. And it's pretty fast in the front. You can get the fastest safety on the hard tires.
Just trying to do the maths now as well, If it does finish like this, Vicky will have a 28-point lead going into the next race. But if PSR Legends does steal the fastest lap, it'll be 26 points. So I think we might have done maths wrong.
You did say that, you was going to bust off.
So basically, if PSI Legends, even if he does still the fastest lap, he has to not finish in the points to win. But I'm pretty sure. I tried to figure it out. Back to the race. Let's get some motivation.
Yeah, we just saw Van Gogh in another grass there, like it was turn 11 on 12, so I'm not sure what the last how he's going to do the spin. But yeah, he can still lead, we're going to say 2.470 up now. And for the people who can be like Henry get behind after the race. The Prince Origins really does need the fastest lap to get his championship winning lap.
Yeah, definitely. But he needs his fastest lap to he also needs a Vicky retirement, but we all can't get what we want.
You know, I definitely can't get what we want, but we just want Vicky retirement.
I think that's something that would be, I won't say disappointed with him still at P3, but someone that I think wanted a little bit more out of today's race, given the pace they had, is Josh Gordon. I think he missed an opportunity there to score some a lot better points, given that you know, if he had those few stuff-ups and the penalties that he has as well.
Yeah, Josh Gordon will be disappointed with himself and possibly get a P2 finish, and maybe even a P1, but you know, this shows how tough the Vicky one qualifier will be doing and how far away from the pack they are as well, so yeah, he's going to be disappointed maybe. He can't be too disappointed with the P2 finish. It's another great performance, and very often people, so he's done very well for himself, step P2, so yeah, it's great job so far for most of these now. Yeah, it's going to be something.
It's something that I'm also seeing is some amazing performances from the reserve drivers. Toys R Us, Rono, Northern Star, all in the top 3, and they're all reserve drivers. Top 3, sorry, top 10.
Yeah, really good. I feel those reserve drivers. So, well, they're all very reserve drivers, so if you want to be a reserve driver, especially for season 10, make sure you win this call. You can get a chance to play your pace anywhere. And yeah, maybe even you get a few points depending on how you perform. So really, don't just say these reserve drivers. Always win pretty much. Hey, Ray played someone that got that up last year, so it's great to see his reserve drivers really performing that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I think though, the thing that we did well this year was giving reserve drivers opportunity. I think what has happened though, going through the list now, I'm just trying to super speed, Leclerc to 90, A. Colvin, Chrome Dog, and Ferrari US 350, all of them.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
That's the opportunity we did put in the world out there, and I think that's what we've done really well. If you don't think of the opportunity in this round, I think it has worked out.
Yeah, I didn't really realise they use G350 and just really good. Yeah, like you said, it's great to see that we've actually been promoted to that 2 type position. So yeah, we do try and give the girls that opportunity every time. And yeah, like you said, it's just great to see the full time see them perform that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see. But yeah, coming into lap 33 now, focusing a lot about particular drivers. Focus on the race in general. It's been a weird one. It's just strange. We're going to see PSI Legends probably with a win here, but at the moment it's a championship win for Vicky, and he'll be dancing around the house if he gets this one done. I think I'm not 100% sure we're going to have post-race interviews today due to stuff going on with season 3 and real F1 happening and just qualifying happening next time as well. So we probably will hear from the championship winner next week, even if it's either Vicky or if it is PSI Legends. Now PSI Legends coming across the line very shortly.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
He wasn't. He went 500 slower. It looked like he was going a little faster in the middle sector there. He was on his fastest lap. but he's cut his fastest lap time down by 3/10, so it looks like he's getting faster. I think he has the capability of going faster here.
I definitely think he is capable of going faster, but he's really what he wants. He's really going to want the DRS for one of the back markers, because that's really going to give him enough advantage. And really, that's the only job he's really going to get back to the fastest lap in that hard time. Because obviously the second time, the fastest time, so if he's going to spend the fastest lap, he's going to want enough energy and a good fuel, and also like DRS to give him that advantage. So yeah, I would say he's going to have to go for it soon. And he's got to get the DRS, otherwise he's not going to compete.
Yeah, exactly. He needs that's the thing. He needs the fastest lap to proceed. If that's the right word. If he wants any opportunity of winning his championship, he needs that fastest lap. And let's see if he copies the line. He doesn't go faster in that fastest lap. But yeah, if he wants any opportunity, locks up there for turn one. If he wants any opportunity of winning his championship, he needs that fastest lap. So he's not going to give up. We're in lap 35 and ready for 36, so he's got 2 more opportunities to do that. I think he's going to struggle, especially because he's on no time.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
He's a great driver.
Yeah, you can note about PSI.
Engineer quiet.
Copy.
Great pace. Throughout the time he's been in that skill period, especially running over. I'm just so surprised, lucky we didn't have a championship to straight into the season. We didn't go into this late. So it's great to see this, but it looks like PSI is probably not going to get the fastest lap, but you're going to be getting DRS on the back markers. So a bit disappointed for him, but he will be happy for him, but yeah, a bit disappointed that he actually didn't have the fastest lap.
Yeah, something he has been doing is, I've been watching him, he hasn't used any overtake on that fast lap. Let's see if he can use it in this final lap. We'll go on board with him, we'll leave Vicky alone for this last lap. Let's see if he can get this fast lap. We need you PSI legends to get this fastest lap. Please do it for us, please. Look at him all the way outside the track. You can tell he's going for it. He needs it, and he's pushing as hard as he can. Goes all the way inside in that apex, gaining as much time as possible, using all that overtake there on the straight to get as much exit into turn 1 as possible. Coming into the line now, let's see. He's 1/10 faster, go guys. Let's see what he can bring. He needs this fastest lap to proceed, and we have this championship battle. Do you think he can do it, go guys?
I definitely think he can do it. I just want to check what the fastest lap actually is.
It's a 109.5. He's just run 1/10 faster than a 109.7. I'm pretty sure that's how those timing works. So let's see. He's coming into the second sector market here. Well, the problem is he's coming very close to a back marker now. Yes, that's going to slow him down in his fastest lap as well. So if this back marker has just lost PSI Legends, he's 1/10 slower. That back marker has just cost Vicky, PSI Legends a chance. He will. He will have DRS as well. Yeah, he might. Oh, let's see. He's coming across the line now. Let's see if he can go faster. He does it. He goes with a 1. He goes 2/10 faster. He gets the fastest lap. And that's a 109.4. And that gives us the opportunity to take it to the last race of the season, ladies and gentlemen. They need a very big performance in that PSI Legends seat for next week's race. It's a race win for PSI Legends here in Brazil, and it's going all the way down to the wire, guys.
Yeah, I would have finished that. I feel like that completely ruined his chance for the fastest lap. But obviously with that DRS and Vicky not being too far in front, he managed to scrape it. He just got the fastest lap again. So the other thing is PSI Legends together and the fastest lap.
Yeah, an amazing performance from him. Hopefully, Vicky won't be too disappointed with that back marker or anything of those penalties that happened during the race. But that's something we spoke about this morning. PSI Legends wasn't going to give up until he won that battle out on track, was he?
Yeah, definitely not going to give up.
Final points.
Guys, get a race with him and try to get that fastest lap. Great job from PSI Legends. Get the race with him, and also great job for Vicky just to get P2 as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great performance from him as we see PSI Legends taking the win. It was an amazing performance from him to get that all the way back to how he got it. But I'm still shocked, guys. I am shocked. I am shocked. That has shocked me really bad. But a great performance from him. from PSL Legends, especially given the circumstances with the pressure that he had, yeah?
Yeah, they had a lot of pressure going into this race, and obviously he really wanted to make sure he was a race win and had the fastest lap. So yeah, he performed very well under that pressure. So yeah, great finish for him and a great result for him in the championship.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great performance from him, and it was a stellar performance from PSL Legends to bring that back in the last lap. Goes fastest of anyone for that fastest lap. Hopefully we've done the maths right, and we've taken it down all the way there. And we've got it correct, and it's a great performance from PSL Legends there. Vicky in P2, Just Jordan in P3, Poison Else in P4, Crazy Mouse Monster P5, so great performance from them there. Chromad, the reserve in P6, Answer in P7, Northern Star, another reserve for the Mercedes. The first points I think that reserve seat has picked up in the whole season. Aiden Bell in P9, RF3 Frontman, holds up the top 10, finishing in P10. An awesome race go guys today for us that we've had put on us in our laps today. That was an amazing race, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely an amazing race, and crazy, especially that finish. What a finish that was. We thought the back marker would have really stuffed it up at PSI. It'd be a great finish for him. And they were a great race from these drivers. Very clean racing for the most part. Not many penalties as well, to say, so great stuff to see here at ARG.
We are going to have post-race interviews, so we're going to chuck over to that graphic here. So I might just see what these guys have to say for themselves. Race interviews here, guys. So let's we'll jump on with Just Jordan first. Just Jordan, you there? You there, Jordan? Jordan, you there? No, just gone out.
He was there. Yeah, I'm just really quiet.
I think we might have to jump into the paddock again. Just Jordan, you there? No, we'll go into the paddock. Just Jordan, you there? Welcome. Amazing performance there in P3. How do you think your race went?
Oh, it was alright, bro. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All good. Yeah, you had a good race in P3 there. Are you happy with that P3 finish?
Yeah, it was alright, bro. They're just way too quick up the front, hey. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to keep up with them.
Yeah, it's a great race from you and another great performance. So can you just sum up to everyone, like, how has your season been so far?
Oh, it's been alright, bro. It's been up and down. It's not too bad. It's my first league race ever, so it's pretty good to be part of ARG and everything like that. But yeah, I just can't wait for season 3 to come.
How did you think your race strategy worked today? Do you think you